All right, everyone. The next thing that we are going to talk about is reinforcing our defenses. So it's great to flood our bodies with nutrition, but the next thing that we need to do is reinforce our immune system, okay? So there's a few ways that we can go about doing that. Most of them involve this little bottle right here called Thieves. This is what me and my family use to reinforce our immune systems every day, especially this time of year. We use a lot of Thieves. So, but the first thing I want to talk about is a product called Inner Defense. So I've got my Above the Wellness Line book here, and I'm just going to read a little bit about a product called Inner Defense that Young Living has. I don't have a bottle here with me right now, but it already has thieves oil in it. So if you're unsure about, making your own little capsule, or if you're not sure about, you really want to be trying, venturing into using Thieves yet, you could buy Inner Defense and boost your immune system and still be getting the thieves oil, but not have to do the actual dropping. So this is a little bit about what it does. So it reinforces systemic defenses. It creates unfriendly terrain for yeast and fungus. It promotes healthy respiratory function and contains potent essential oils like the Thieves blend. It also has oregano and thyme, which are really amazing for immune support as well. So just wanted to let you know about Inner Defense. And, if you feel like yourself getting sick, you could always just, I want to do something to make sure this doesn't happen. You could just take, 3 to 6 a day while you're kind of fighting that off. And then after that, you can, discontinue, or you can just take 1 a day for kind of a maintenance dose. So another thing that you can do, which is something that we do every day, like I said, I diffuse thieves oil every single night in all of our diffusers in our rooms. It's just a pretty amazing way to kill anything that you don't want in your home. And it's just going to make sure that you can stay healthy. So I put 3 drops in all of our diffusers every single night, and then we are good to go. Another thing that I use every single day, and my kids would tell you this, we use a lot of frankincense. So frankincense it promotes healthy cell regeneration. So what that means for us is that it can just work to support our immune system and just give us a great boost there. So this is what I do every single day. I take the bottle and I get a little on my finger like that, and then I just rub it right on my forehead. And I rub it on all my kids' foreheads and my husband's forehead every single night. I actually do it probably more than once a day for me, just because I like to. Another thing that we do is I get these little roller bottles from Amazon, and I mix them up. So in this is our immune booster roll-on. And what I do with this is I mix the Thieves, and I do frankincense, and then I do oregano. And I mix all those 3 in here with probably like 10 drops of each. And then I fill it the rest of the way up with fractionated coconut oil. It's almost empty. I need to fill it up again. And then I just rub it on our foreheads, on our necks, on the back of our neck, just kind of wherever we need when I feel like we're kind of fighting something off. So that's kind of what I do to everybody when we're fighting something off. Another thing that we do, and I carry with me everywhere we go, and if you know me, you know that I'm not a germaphobe. I'm not really worried about germs. I mean, our kids have eaten stuff off of picked stuff off of Walmart floor and eaten it. And I'm like, yeah, it just happens, But there's a lot of yucky stuff out there. So I carry these 2 things with me all the time. This is Thieves hand sanitizer, which there's not a lot of hand sanitizers that you would be okay with your toddler, drinking the whole bottle. But I would be totally okay with Nehemiah drinking all of this. I would not run him to poison control or anything. I would be totally fine with it because there's nothing in here that's going to hurt him. But it's also going to kill all those yucky things that you don't want on your hands, and you don't want on your phone, and you don't want on your steering wheel and everything. So I carry this in my purse all the time. The Thieves spray I use on shopping carts, or I will also use it as just a room spray. If people are coming over, I just kind of spray everything real fast. Or the other thing I've done with this is use it as a throat spray. So if I'm having a sore throat, I will just spray it right down my throat. And it just kind of gives you a little boost there. So those are the 2 things that I use for that. Another thing that I would not want to go a winter without, now that I know about them, are these 2 things right now. Thieves lozenges and Thieves cough drops. Now, they're the same ingredients. The cough drops just don't have quite as much of the Thieves, so they're just not as hot. They're not as potent. The Thieves lozenges are a little bit more potent. But what you could do is, especially if you have littles, and you don't want them to have a whole cough drop, you can just break it up into pieces and then have them suck on a little piece, and then you're not going to worry about them choking. But these things, I've had people say that I know they've used them to not have everybody get sick for their daughter's wedding. I know that people have felt like they're getting a nasty cold and they start sucking on a thieves lozenge and it just goes away. So they're pretty amazing. I keep them by my bed all the time. So the final thing that I just want to talk about a little bit as part of like reinforcing our immune systems is, this is the plan that works for me and my family, but you need to create your own plan and figure out what works for your family. So what that would entail is, using those 3 blanks that I've written there and just trying to say down, like, be specific, write down specifically like what you want to do to reinforce your defenses this time of year, especially. So think about that, and nothing becomes dynamic until it's specific. So be super specific about what you want to do and it will happen. So let's keep rocking.